Hi fellow travelers, my name is Dennis and yes, I have Parkinson's disease. I figured if life hands you a bit of a shake, you might as well add a stir of humour. Right? I've found that a little laughter helps lighten the load, so I'd like to share some stuff I've worked on and a few bright moments in my travels. Most are true, and they've helped me. Hopefully, they'll bring a smile to your dial too. Parkinson's sounds like something you can catch, doesn't it? Well, it certainly isn't. Trust me. If Parkinson's were contagious, I'd be the last one catching it. Coordination isn't our strong suit. The only thing I'm catching these days is my breath. If Parkinson's were infectious, I'd be a safe bet. With reflexes so slow, germs would give up and move on. They'd probably catch something else waiting around. When I first heard the gold standard treatment for Parkinson's was called L-Dopa, I got excited. I thought, ooh, maybe it's some kind of premium Mexican dope, nice and strong, you know? Just imagine my disappointment. There are, of course, many famous people who have this disease, two of which are Michael J. Fox, an actor and thankfully an advocate for Parkinson's research. The other I would like to mention is the gifted Scottish comedian and actor Billy Connolly. When Billy was diagnosed with Parkinson's, he said he wished that Parkinson had just kept it to himself. And when getting some advice from another actor who had Parkinson's for many years said, hey, if your hand starts shaking on stage, just stick it in your pocket. He forgot to specify coat pocket. Billy had a field day with that one. It's funny though, Parkinson's affects everyone differently. For example, I'm what they call a slow mover. I mean, it takes me a solid 5 minutes to put on a jumper. But know what the worst part is? When my wife sees I've got it on inside out, she whips it off again. Just great if we're running late. People are mostly helpful though. Like at the train station, someone asked me, do you need help with your bag? I thought, sure, that would be great. Unfortunately, I haven't seen it since. People are very good on public transport and often give up their seat for me. I recall once when I was given a seat in a train while in London by a young lady. After a little while, I felt sorry for her and said she could sit on my lap as I was old and harmless. When she accepted, I unfortunately found that I wasn't as old as I thought. Talk about impulse control. And here's another perk. When I'm fumbling around in a shop trying to get the right change, they'll often say, don't worry about it. Now that's a positive side effect. It really happens. Now, my wife doesn't trust me with wads of cash anymore because I'm all thumbs with notes. So I do the sensible thing. I put different amounts in different pockets. Now I look like Johnny Appleseed, only I'm scattering cash, not seeds. Parkinson's really tests your dexterity, especially with buttonholes, so I've decided all my trousers now are easy to get off. Why? Because you don't want to be late for the Golden Geyser. That thing has no brakes, I'll tell you, and isn't it ironic? The disease slows you down on how fast you can get to the bathroom, but on the other hand, my flow show, that's got a mind of its own. It's got no brakes. Now, sorry to mention this, but I've started wearing nappies for men. And I've thought of some great names, giggle guards, oops undies and whoopsie wrappers. My favorite though is the tinkle tamers. This means I'm using them now. Just like the old Palmolive dishwashing ad says, you're soaking in it. Parkinson's doesn't just slow you down. It takes your voice, your smell, even your ability to smile. My neurologist told me I was losing my smile, which is funny. I'd just been diagnosed with an incurable, lifelong progressive disease. Yeah, doc, that news really brings out the big grins. But you know what? If I played poker, I'd be unbeatable. Imagine the bluff with a royal flush and this poker face. It's like I get free Botox. When you mention this to those that pay for this expensive cosmetic procedure, they barely raise an eyebrow. And with no sense of smell, it's a gamble every time, as I once stepped off a bus and into a fresh gift from a dog, and I can't even yell out a warning, or God forbid, jump out of the way in time. And then, of course, I can't even smile at the funny side. So there I am, stuck with a stony face, in the middle of a sticky pile of canine fecal matter. And you know when friends should say, I can't hear you. I just say, oh, I was whispering, or we're sharing secrets. But my favorite, I'm just giving you the silent treatment. I was worried Parkinson's was making it harder for me to open things. Turns out everyone is fighting the great jar battle. Those lids and seals are clamped down tighter than Fort Knox. Pretty sure there's a conspiracy. Sadly, the longer you struggle is directly proportional to the number of curse words you're whispering at it. Honestly, Parkinson's or not, if you're over 60, jar opening has become a full contact sport. They should sell jars with a hotline number, one for moral support and another for lid loosening tips or aids. You know, there's got to be a better way of telling someone they have Parkinson's. Right now, it sounds like you have Parkinson's. It's incurable, it's progressive, and you won't die from it, but you will die with it. No wonder depression and anxiety come with the package. I mean, couldn't they make it sound a bit more hopeful and said in true Aussie fashion, "Listen, mate, you're a bit dodgy in the noggin. We've got bute drugs to help you along the way. You're not going to cark it from this, but it'll stick by you till the end." Have you ever thought of mobility aids that have names that make you think of an accident waiting to happen? Things such as slippers, the comfy assassins of the home, but one wrong step and you're gliding into next week on a magic carpet of fabric. Then the zipper, rhymes with ripper, one snag and you're ripping into a 2-minute tango with your pants, with who knows what's at stake. I've thought of a theme song for my fellow travelers. I picked Shake, Rattle and Roll. It has it all. There's shake. Got that one covered. No need to practice. You've got rhythm 24/7. Then rattle. This gives our daily supplement routine has a nice pill maraca effect, just walking across the room. Roll. Getting up from a chair might be a little wobbly, but once you're up, it's all part of the Parkinson's dance. You're the person who makes shaky chic a trend. With Shake, Rattle and Roll as a theme song, you could practically start a new dance craze. Move over, Macarena, as you live the lyrics. Shake, rattle and roll. Alright, so I just had my say about Parkinson's, and I want to say up front, I'm not here to make fun of the disease. That's not the point. Parkinson's is no joke. But let's be real. The stuff that happens to us is comedy gold. But seriously, I'm up here, laughing with you. This is my reality, and if I can't laugh at it, then I'm missing out on one of the best coping tools we all have. And hey, laughter's the best medicine, right? Well, that and a little levodopa.